Welcome to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit. General Motors, GM, once a powerhouse in the automotive world, now faces tough challenges: layoffs, slumping sales, EV setbacks, and declining influence in China. As competition heats up, has GM truly fumbled, shaking the entire car market? Today, we'll uncover 6 key reasons behind GM's struggles and what they mean for the future of this iconic American automaker. Let's dive in. Reason number 6, cost-cutting frenzy and layoffs. GM's attempt to save $2 billion by 2025 has triggered a wave of layoffs and budget cuts that reveal deeper struggles within the company. Over 1,000 U.S. employees are set to lose their jobs by the end of 2024, following earlier reductions, including 5,000 voluntary buyouts in 2023 and 1,700 layoffs at a Kansas plant in 2024. While leadership frames these measures as optimizing for speed and excellence, they underscore the financial strain brought on by soaring EV production costs. These cuts may offer temporary financial relief, but they also raise long-term concerns about GM's ability to adapt and innovate. The company's challenges in integrating its workforce and modernizing for an electrified future have created a cycle of instability. Are these cost-cutting moves a calculated survival strategy, or do they expose foundational cracks in GM's operations? The answers will shape the automaker's future trajectory. Reason number 5, declining fleet and pickup truck sales. GM's fleet and pickup truck sales, once a cornerstone of profitability, have hit a significant roadblock. Fleet sales, which make up 20% of GM's revenue, dropped 18% in Q3 2024 compared to the same period last year. Iconic models like the Chevy Silverado saw an 8.5% dip, while heavy-duty models experienced a staggering 22.4% decline. High interest rates on auto loans have made these vehicles less affordable, dampening demand among consumers and businesses alike. Compounding the issue, GM's failure to refresh its truck lineup has left its models lagging behind competitors like Ford and Ram, who have introduced more innovative and modernized options. This decline highlights deeper challenges for GM. Fleet and pickups are critical profit generators, and without bold changes to its lineup and a focus on affordability, GM risks losing ground in one of its most profitable and competitive segments. Reason number 4, EV progress that's still unprofitable. GM has made strides in the EV market, with the Cadillac Lyriq surpassing 20,000 sales in 2024 and EV sales jumping 45% over the previous quarter. However, profitability remains elusive. A key issue is GM's reliance on nickel-cobalt-manganese, or NCM, batteries, which are costlier than the lithium iron phosphate, or LFP, batteries used by competitors. Although GM plans to transition to LFP batteries, unclear timelines keep production costs high. Adding to the challenges, GM delayed its Michigan electric truck plant launch to mid-2026, exposing struggles with scaling EV production. Meanwhile, competitors like Tesla and Chinese automakers continue to dominate with more affordable and efficient offerings. Profitability isn't optional for GM. It's essential to survive in an electrifying market. Without tackling cost inefficiencies and ramping up production, GM's EV efforts could become a financial burden instead of a growth engine. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Reason number 3, slumping SUV and crossover sales. Once a cornerstone of GM's success, the SUV and crossover lineup is no longer the reliable powerhouse it used to be. Iconic models like the Chevy Suburban and Tahoe, which once ruled American roads, are now showing sharp declines, 25% and 15.4% respectively in Q3 2024. Even the luxury Cadillac Escalade isn't immune, with an 18% drop in sales. What's driving this downturn? For one, high interest rates have made financing these high-priced vehicles less appealing. Add to that a wave of competitors introducing fresh designs and state-of-the-art features, leaving GM's offerings looking dated. Finally, Shifting consumer preferences towards smaller, fuel-efficient vehicles and hybrids are also eroding demand. SUVs and crossovers have long been GM's bread and butter, but their underperformance now signals the need for a bold rethink. To turn the tide, GM must reinvest in its lineup, embracing modern designs and technology to recapture consumer interest and market relevance. Reason number 2, China's slippery slope. China, once GM's crown jewel and largest market, is rapidly becoming a sore spot. GM's market share in China has plummeted from a robust 15% in 2015 to just 8.6% by 2023. The downturn is fueled by fierce competition from domestic brands and growing geopolitical tensions, which are eroding GM's foothold. The financial implications are stark. GM reported a $106 million loss in China during Q1 2024, marking its largest non-pandemic-related quarterly loss in 15 years. Reliance on joint ventures with local automakers further complicates matters, limiting GM's autonomy and profitability. Compounding the challenge, China's aggressive electrification strategy has left GM lagging behind nimble domestic EV makers. Speculation is rife that GM might eventually exit the Chinese market, echoing its prior retreats from Europe, India, and Russia. In the short term, GM is banking on premium EV offerings like the Hummer EV to reclaim some traction. But with competition intensifying and profitability shrinking, GM's future in China is hanging by a thread. Reason number 1, the EV Profitability Chasm. GM has bet big on electric vehicles with lofty goals of selling 1 million EVs annually. Yet, the road to achieving these aspirations is proving rocky. In 2024, GM was forced to revise its EV sales target from 300,000 units to just 200,000 to 250,000. Even hitting this modest benchmark remains uncertain. The underlying issue is profitability, or rather, the lack of it. GM is losing money on every EV it sells, burdened by high production costs and persistent inefficiencies. While competitors have streamlined their EV production processes, GM's delays and cost overruns have hindered its progress. Making matters worse, GM's higher-priced EVs struggle to compete with cheaper imports from China, leaving it vulnerable in a price-sensitive market. The road ahead. Can GM turn things around? GM's current predicament paints a picture of an automaker at a critical juncture. Declining SUV and truck sales, an unprofitable EV segment, and setbacks in key international markets all point to a company in urgent need of reinvention. For GM to bounce back, its leadership must tackle some tough decisions head-on, modernizing its lineup, cutting production inefficiencies, and regaining consumer trust. Investments in next-gen battery technologies and a sharper focus on premium EVs could offer a path forward, but success hinges on decisive and bold action. Now, what do you think? Can GM rise above these challenges and reclaim its dominance? Or are we witnessing the slow decline of an American automotive legend? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. For the latest updates on the automotive world and more in-depth analysis, subscribe to Piston Pundit and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching and see you next time.